Coming up, how an intuitive leader can create greater peace individually and on our planet. But first, welcome to Imagine Peace, the podcast that invites you on a transformative journey toward a world filled with harmony and understanding. Together, let's ignite the flame of peace within ourselves and radiate it outward so we can have a future where unity prevails. This is Imagine Peace, where dreams become reality. Join us as we explore the power of compassion, the beauty of diversity, and the potential for positive change. Hello and welcome to Imagine Peace, sponsored by 10 Million for World Peace. I'm MarBeth Dunn, here with Terry Angel. We are founders and directors of 10 Million for World Peace, and we have a very special guest today, Terry Wildemann. And Terry is the founder of Intuitive Leadership and the Shiftology Accountability Matrix. She assists accomplished leaders and entrepreneurs to embrace their intuitive insights and lead powerfully and authentically, providing them with clarity and strategic tools needed to balance their professional ambitions with their personal well-being. It ensures that they navigate career transitions confidently and lead a life that's as successful as it is meaningful. Terry, we are so happy to have you here today.
I'm thrilled to be here with both of you. Very, very special ladies.
Oh, we're a very special lady too. And you have been working in leadership for so many years. So why don't we dive in and you can tell us what you're up to now.
Oh, I'm up to my eyeballs in leadership stuff and doing new projects and programs, redirecting things a little bit and helping leaders to really tap into their intuition more than ever. I think it's critically important. I believe and know it is a critical tool that is underused in the workplace, because a lot of leaders think it's a mystical thing, and it's not. It's not a mystical thing. It's actually something that we're born with, and we organically know how to work with it. But as you two know, it gets poo-pooed out of us as we're growing up. And it's a phenomenal tool that is as important as all the other things that we use on a day-to-day basis in decision-making, our communications, our relationships, how we operate, project management, all of it. Intuition is key to making things easier, more successful, and helps it get into flow.
Wow, that's very, very true. So how does the work that you're doing influencing our leaders? We're working with leaders in our 10 Million for World Peace. Our focus is on the world leaders, the government leaders at all levels of government. We want to influence them through our meditations to create greater peace on our planet. So let's talk about peace and leadership. How is the work that you're doing, how is it influencing leaders to become more peaceful, to create greater peace?
When you tap into that heart space, that intuitive space, you step into a place where you allow the universe, you meaning our leaders, we allow the universe to give us information. And again, both of you know this, whether it's images, whether they hear things, whether they feel or sense things, when they're that present that they can truly listen and trust. That's another big word, trust what is coming to them. They make better decisions. And when we make better decisions, it leads to a space where it influences everybody else around us. It's like a ripple effect. So when that ripple goes and affects everybody around us, they in turn start to make better decisions. They in turn start to lead better. They in turn start to communicate better. So being fully present in the moment And learning how to be fully present in the moment does several things. It assists our bodies in getting healthier. You know, as they say on the airplane, put the oxygen mask on yourself first. Because when you take care of yourself, then as a leader, you are demonstrating and influencing the people around you on how to take care of themselves. So that ripple effect influences the entire corporate culture, which leads to a more peaceful culture. And so when people wake up, the goal is to have people excited to come into work, not unhappy to come into work. When they're excited, they become great performers. When they're excited and in a really wonderful, peaceful state, they accomplish more than they could ever accomplish when they're in a not so happy place. And again, that ripple effect just affects everybody.
And it's like us individually, if we have that inner peace, we're going to be happier and more productive in the workplace, the home, everywhere in the world. So that's a beautiful, beautiful thing, Terry. And I know you do a lot of good work with teaching that to people. So when you're using these tools in the corporate world, does it ever come up like methods like meditation or how to center more into that inner peace?
Mm-hmm. What I use is a technique called quick shift, the quick shift zone.
Well, I was going to ask you about that, Terry.
Yeah, the quick shift, you know all about the quick shift zone, MarBeth. Yeah, it's the quick shift is an exercise that only takes 60 seconds. Once you learn it, it's a little 4-step process that gets you into your heart center. And when you get into this heart space and you use visualization and deep breathing, and these 4 very simple steps, you put yourself in a state of coherence. You know, Heart Math Institute has shown that when we breathe deeply and focus in this heart chest area, you get to a space where physiologically your body makes tremendous shifts. Your DHEA rises, your cortisol levels reduce. So this very simple 4-step breathing visualization technique is imperative, I believe, for leaders to use on a continuous basis. Because when you do it, you know, all it takes is 1 minute per hour. Think about it. 1 minute per hour. It realigns your mind and your heart to be coherent, to be able to make better decisions on a daily basis. And with leaders, you know, when you're in the workplace, you're constantly getting blindsided. There's stuff coming at you from all directions. And it's important to be able to shift into your heart and get into that coherence zone in order to keep yourself healthy, because that kind of whiplash stuff can really wear on you and tear on you. So being able to do a quick shift will keep you in flow and help you stay healthy.
Well, that's great. So Terry, yeah, I know you are like a maestro when it comes to the tools that you've learned and that you use. Are there any other tools that you use on a regular basis that you'd like to share with our audience?
Sure. Well, the Shiftology toolkit is my personal toolkit that I use. Just imagine a doctor with their little medicine bag. And I pull out the tool that is appropriate for the person. One of my favorite is a very short prayer, which we both know, the Ho'oponopono prayer. And because forgiveness is a big part of leadership, because if you make a mistake, it's not about beating yourself up. It's about recognizing that to look at it from the perspective of learning and growing. And Ho'oponopono will help you to forgive yourself and get back in center, again, with the quick shift. In my Shiftology toolkit, I'm trained in the DISC behavioral language. So I've been doing that since 1994 and helping people understand their behavior styles, which when they do that, they understand what their triggers are, what are their emotional triggers, how they choose to see the world. And that helps a lot because then they can help other folks. They learn about the other behavior styles. There's 4 behavior styles. so they can understand how other people operate and what their emotional triggers are and what they need in order to be able to perform in the workplace well. Another tool that I work with are two tools, body code and emotion code. And that helps to clear out the emotional baggage that people carry. And oftentimes our aches and pains are created by this emotional baggage. So when we clear out the emotional baggage, they start to feel better. Isn't that a wonderful thing?
Like magic.
It's magic. Like, people are like, oh, I feel so much lighter. Well, you've been carrying that around for 50 years. Yeah, I'm sure you do. And there's a whole bunch of other tools that I have in my toolkit, and I bring it out when it's needed.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, Terry, I know you're familiar with our mission of 10 million people throughout the world focusing and meditating on peace. Do you believe that it helps to do that, to focus on that intention? And do you see peace coming to fruition in our world?
You know, I do see peace coming to fruition in our world, and I believe it's something that is done one person at a time. You know, it starts with us. It starts with each of us individually. And when we ourselves choose to become peaceful, when we choose to release all the negative baggage that we carry, when we choose to look at things differently from a more positive perspective versus a negative perspective, all of that energy does contribute to peace in the world. The studies, you know, the three of us have talked before about the studies that show that when you focus in a specific area with a lot of love, peace does ensue afterwards. And imagine if we each took ownership of it ourselves and did our peace practices throughout the day using Quick Shift or whatever other tool, you know, Ho'oponopono, whatever tools we want to use, and practice in kindness. Basically, it's kindness. When you step into that energy of kindness, helping other people, again, one person at a time, it makes such an energy shift. You know, the legend of the butterfly's wings, you can feel it on the other side of the world. You know, one little butterfly, each of us are the equivalent of a little butterfly. And to me, that one person at a time and owning that we have that kind of power, but it has to start with us, is key to creating the peace that we all want to see in the world.
Nice. Very nice, Terry. And you know that we do our meditation every day at 1:11 p.m. Eastern to join into the unified field of consciousness all together for a unified field of peace. And we project it on we're projecting it on our world leaders as well as on the entire planet. So what are your thoughts about that? What do you think about meditating for peace?
It's a wonderful thing. It really is. And people say, oh, I don't have time to meditate. Well, a quick shift in 60 seconds is a meditation. You know, thank you is a meditation. It's a prayer and a meditation. It doesn't take a long time to meditate. We have to get out of our heads. And when we meditate with the intention of focusing on our world leaders, it sets such a powerful energy and such a powerful I just keep seeing myself with a rock in my hand, throwing it into the lake, you know, every time, you know, again, the ripple effect. I don't want to be repetitive, but I see when we just close our eyes and imagine all of our world leaders in one space and just send them love. Love is such a powerful, powerful emotion. And when we send them love and peace, and usually what I do is I send the angels. I'm a big angel person. So I just send the angels and like, hey, angels, do your thing, you know, get them to think straight. And there are a lot of things that we are doing in a big scale here in the United States in helping to promote peace. We did talk earlier about our military. Well, our military does a lot of good in a lot of places a lot of people don't know. And our ships carry, depending on which tour they're doing, they carry a lot of products and items to help with people in various countries. And I know this firsthand because we are a military family. So we do want to help the world. It's not about, these wars and all this other stuff. It is about helping people in their time of need, like for the Haiti earthquake. There were military from all over the world who came to help with that. And we had three ships there. My daughter was on one of them. And what they did to help the Haitian people was huge. My husband, when he was serving, was on Unitas. And they connected with the navies, the heads of the navies in all the different towns around South America that they visited and did exercises with their navy so that they could get to know one another and work together in an effort to create peace and in an effort to understand one another. And for example, at the Naval War College here in Newport, Rhode Island, we have a program for our international students to assist them to learn. These are the top naval officers in the world that come together in this space to be able to learn together, grow together. They become a family. All these different countries are coming together, and some of them in the World Forum are enemies, but in that space, they become friends. They know one another. And the goal is that when conflicts happen, they know one another so they can diffuse the conflicts before it starts. So this is a lot of stuff that we're doing that a lot of people don't really know about. And it's a beautiful thing to observe, to watch, and to see when all these different countries are together, especially when we're all having dinner together.
Yes. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Terry. Yeah, it's something that we definitely need to be more aware of. Terry, it's been a delight to have you with us today. And can you share with people how they can get in touch with you?
Sure, they can go to my website, which is intuitiveleadership.com. They can send me an email at terry@intuitiveleadership.com and type in Terry Wildemann on either Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or Instagram, and there I am.
Yeah, that's Wildeman with 2 N's. And there's
no R.
And no R.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Terry. We really
Thank
love and
you.
appreciate you. Thank you for being here with us.
And thank you for the invitation. As always, ladies, it's magnificent.
Imagine Peace is brought to you by 10 Million for World Peace. Join our daily 7-minute guided meditations for world peace and monthly healing circles at 10millionforworldpeace.org. Together we can create a peaceful, happy planet.